Hey, it's Mike with Riding in the Ozarks, and we are in Joplin, Missouri, and we are going to the House of Speed for East Meets West. So V-Twin visionary, Harley-Davidson, Rockford Fosgate speed dealer, who is the House of Speed, is sponsoring this event called East Meets West right on Route 66 as it comes through Joplin. And there's going to be bike builders and stuff from East and West Coast and everywhere in between here today. So we should see some really cool bikes. There was a stunt show last night for Bike Night, 12 o'clock shop. Went out and did a bunch of wheelies and burnouts. And I mean, he roasted a tire for 2 minutes till the exhaust was glowing red and stuff. They put on a really good show for everybody last night at Bike Night. And today we're going to go check out the bike show and see what kind of bikes we can get and see if we can get a tour of the House of Speed. We'll talk more about that when we get inside it. Hey, all right, we have Frank here, the founder of Speed Dealers, and we are at his new House of Speed in Joplin, Missouri. He's going to give us a tour and tell us about the building and stuff.
Yep. Hey, Frank from Speed Dealer. We're on Route 66, Joplin, Missouri. Building was built in 1885, and we're going to kind of give you a nickel tour of the place and some of the cool history we found as we were demoing and restoring it for sure. Yep. Yeah, this is a neon sign that replicates the sign that was here from the 30s to the 70s, resembling the Coulter McGuire, which is a real famous haberdashery from the 30s to the 70s. So the city said we can rebuild the neon, which was kind of a deal to get, it took me about a year to go through all the city limitations to get the neon back in Joplin. So that replicates the sign that was here from the 30s. And the glass you seen behind it was here since 1885, which was invented by Frank Lloyd Wright. It's prism glass. It was like an iPhone 16 back in the early 1900s. It's got a sawtooth mechanism on the back, which is the light from the sun, instead of going to the floor, prisms it to the back of the building. Remember now, this was before electricity. And the black tile you see is Vetrolite, super rare, used in probably a lot of federal governments because of low maintenance. It's colored glass. It's not like ceramic tile. It's super rare, hard to find. It's all original to the building. This is the inside of it. The last part of the history of this building, when it was a real retail store, was called Coulter McGuire, which was a haberdashery, custom men's clothing store. So they call these mezzanine shelves. So they would put all the retail stuff, inventory or mannequins to keep from the floor, they're opening up the floor space to more retail or merchandise. So they were strong enough, as you can see, that will hold motorcycles. Before they had mannequins, extra inventory, and all these mezzanine shelves. And in this building also is a mezzanine deck that would probably hold all their salespeople or employees. And again, the tiles all original from 1885, the mezzanine. We rebuilt the mezzanine railing, which was going to be redone in wood, but wood's so expensive now. I own a CNC machine shop, obviously. We build swing arms and stuff. So we just made billet aluminum railing and spindles at probably a third the cost of real wood. And in here, we're kind of doing the whole evolution of how I got into motorcycles. There's a little Bridgestone Chibi, which is my first two-wheel bike, motorized bike when I was like 8 years old. And it comes up to a Hodaka Super Rat, which I got was for mowing lawns and helping Uncle Joe service refrigerators and stuff. Paid like $150 for it. And then I go to my first adult responsibility type deal moving out. Of course, I bought a brand new 1977 Yamaha 120i dirt bike. That's what I bought. And kind of the Speedway bike was in Bruce Penhall's stable when he won the World Championship in 1980. It's a Westlake bike, runs on nitro, 500 cc's, no brakes, probably 250 pounds soaking wet. Husky 400, and that's my wife's bike, Yamaha TT dirt bike, just slightly customized. Yeah, you can see a dirt bike in there somewhere. And this is going to be my machine shop.
Oh.
This will be where my Bridgeport engine lathe and tube bender and stuff.
So you're going to eventually move all the...
I build custom bikes, so I have a shop just like this over there. So I do all my building myself, but I have 11 big CNC machines.
Oh, okay.
So that's the manufacturing will still stay in Carthage, Joplin, but all my manual stuff, I'll build custom bikes here in this shop. Yeah.
So people will be able to see you building bikes.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yep. All original porcelain tile, petite tile, laid probably in the early mid 20s. All hand laid. They didn't have a grid back in those days. This is the steps going up to the mezzanine. The bull noses, when I priced them, they were $75 a piece to $80 a piece. So I got with my programmer, which is a 20-year-old girl that's worked for me since she was 14 years old. Helped me design. It's all billet aluminum. The material was probably $8 and took me about 12 minutes to make it. She came in with all the little scroll work, and it's all CNC machine. And then Cerakoted for wear. Custom, baby. Deck, just 8 feet above the first floor. This is all original. It's kind of the way they did it back in the day. So to utilize square footage, again, you can see the kind of the mezzanine display shelves, we call them now. We redid all that, kind of braced them up so they could hold light motorcycles. Always when I come to this building, there's always a story. And the businesses and the dreams in here, this was a famous bar again from 1901 till past Prohibition. You can hear the stories about wars starting, politics. It's just a great, super cool vibe in this old building. How many dreams have started here and died? And this is its next chapter. From 1885, it's probably had 5 or 6 versions, and this will be the last version because this will be my legacy passed on to all my family. My boy Levi, my wife Haley will take care of it. All original tin from 1885. Had a die made, so we're replicating the rest of the tile that you see that wasn't there when they went through the different versions of it over the 140 years it's been here. And now you can see how that prism glass works. Remember now, that was here before electricity. If you were here at 10:30 in the morning, that just brightens this whole thing up from darkness to unbelievable brightness. Again, not to repeat myself, but that was an iPhone 16 in 1890. This will all be, we're going to try to do Frank Lloyd Wright inspired furniture because, again, that prism glass was invented by Frank Lloyd Wright. And from the royalties of that prism glass, he had enough to quit the architectural firm that he was working with and start his own firm in Chicago. And that's what we're going to try to keep on that legacy. Have mid-century modern type furniture on this level to kind of to commemorate the incredible history of this old building. Anyone knows about speakeasies and stuff like that. Again, this was a famous bar from the 1901 to past Prohibition. And this goes to the rest of this history of this incredible building. This bar was found up here. This third floor was just piled with trash and junk and lumber and stuff. Well, actually, when we started cleaning this all up, we took one of those windows out, and this is the third story, and was throwing crap out off this elevated area. Then we found out what that was. Well, when we started throwing stuff out, we started finding these ornate pieces of mahogany. Sure enough, we started pulling it apart, and all this bar was in this pile of just junk that was in here. Then to find out, when Prohibition came, again, it was a bar at that point. They moved it all up here in Prohibition. That elevated area you see up there was a burlesque show back in the day. So this is where the bar went during Prohibition. And all that railing you see that's on the mezzanine shelf, we hadn't had time to finish it, but you'll see all that billet aluminum railing will be on this side and this side. Back here, if you were here the night before, it's got a really cool view. There'll be Chesterfield couches up here, just a big BS area for all my buddies. This will never be open to the public. This will be just for all the traveling people, whether you're in a car or a motorcycle to chill. We'll do a podcast, me and Megan here, or my wife, or any of our people with the Speed Dealer team. And there'll be bar stools here so we can talk to people, whether you're in a Corvette or Mustang or Harley or Indian, and kind of tell the story of where you're going, how you came here, and how you came about to know about the House of Speed. It's got a double drawer. So back then, this was their computer. So that on this deal, since it's on A, you could keep tabs on the restaurant. Then you flip the tab and it goes to B, and then this drawer would open up.
I know everybody hates sponsored videos and advertising, but the fact is, the channel couldn't go to events like East Meets West, Sturgis, Milwaukee without support from other people. I simply couldn't afford to do as much traveling as I get to do without their support. So I'm really proud to be associated with Schmidt Law Firm. They helped us out with the travel expenses to go see the show at East Meets West, and they supported the event. They were there in person as a vendor. They had people come to the show. They advertised the show. Ben Schmidt isn't just a personal injury attorney, but he's also an avid motorcycle racer. He races old Nortons and collects motorcycles. He's a part of our community and supports our community, and that's why I'm proud to be associated with Schmidt Law Firm. If you ever need a personal injury attorney, make sure you give Ben a call.
And you rode a Sportster. Yeah, you're 10 foot fucking 4.
I did ride a Sportster 2008 Sporty XLT.
How crazy is that? Everybody needs to give her a hand. 90,000 miles and she rode solo. She never blows and no sisses. She rode that shit from California. I dream of a fucking thing in Joplin, Missouri, man, that my wife dreamed up. Amazingly, it's taken 2 years for us to figure out what to do, when to do it, when we can do it, where there wasn't a bunch of other dog shit around. Like, let's just talk about this, babe. Like, my wife was the one that dreamt this up, East versus West. I don't like calling it East versus West. I don't like being confrontational. Mexican in her, she wants to be confrontational all the time. Tell us about how you did this, shortly before you tell everybody to fucking have fun and go home.
Nobody's going home, we're all taking shots. But it just came down to, he tries to pull me back a lot. And I'm just so tired of everybody's like, fucking East tries to copy West, blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, you have all these people in the internet wars, all these, we all fucking know, we all see it. let's just fucking meet up in the middle. Ride your bike, meet up in the middle, and let's have a fucking good time. Everybody party better together. Let's just have fun. That's what it all comes down to.
And you came here with this. Not even, you share a wall with fucking City Hall. Like, that would be the worst thing for me in my entire life. Because I just want to not do anything legally. And you've done it for the city of Joplin.
Definitely. I want to build a community center, just like Maggie's ideas. Everyone can come, no bullshit, same distance. As everyone from Joplin knows, it's a target right in the middle of the United States. So you can come from the East Coast, West Coast, North or South. Come, show your shit. Only hopefully this thing will get bigger and bigger and bigger.
So I thought there was going to be 12 fucking bikes here. And you and I would be sitting on our thumbs, figuring our assholes. And now, look at this shit, dude. Like, are you kidding me right now? I guarantee you guys were here first. And you can tell people 5 years from now, motherfucker, I was there when there was fucking only 100 bikes. And this whole row has got thousands of bikes and thousands of people running around their shit. So clap for yourselves, because you came here first, and this is what we need. This is how we start this shit. This is what we do.
Thanks, everybody. Really, thank you for the support. And only get bigger and bigger and bigger. Thank you so much, Jocelyn.
I'm gonna go pet that dog. You're gonna fuck off.
All right, guys, we have had a great time at East Meets West in Joplin, Missouri. Got to hang out with the guys from V-Twin Visionary, look at some of the cool builds they've been doing. Got to do a tour of the House of Speed. That was really cool. Frank is awesome. Thank you guys so much for putting this event on, and I am looking forward to it next year. Maybe we can bring the Sport Glide ST or something to put in the show. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you get to Joplin, make sure you stop by the House of Speed and make sure you're following House of Speed, Speed Dealers, V-Twin Visionary, all these guys. It's been great. People came here from California. The gal from California won the longest rider award. People from Florida, they won the best bike. You know, it's been a really cool show. I run into friends from Texas and Kansas City, Loudmouth Devon's here and stuff. It's been a good time. Make sure you get out and support these local bike events and enjoy these kinds of events. It's really cool, and I can't wait to see them come back next year. Y'all stay safe, keep on riding. We'll see you in the next one.